sending a text in the corner. Mom, come quick. Thank you to Lululemon for sponsoring this video. Hello and welcome. Wow, this is a video I've been wanting to do for years and years and years, and that is a video about doing suspension yoga, aerial yoga, whatever you want to call it, as a blind person. Now, I was always an athlete. Growing up my whole life, I was an athlete. In fact, I was a competitive athlete because I'm a competitive person. Just a little bit. And so sports was a big part of my journey. And it was one of the challenging parts of losing vision is I had to give up a lot of the sports that I loved and find accessible alternatives. So, for example, when I had to give up playing competitive soccer, my parents put me into downhill skiing for the blind. Now, as I got older, certain things became more difficult. This is not the case for all blind people. In my case, I struggle with balance issues. Thank goodness it doesn't affect my ability to wear high heels. As a 4'10.5" girl, that's very important. But I do get disoriented, I do get dizzy, and I do deal with vertigo. Again, not all blind people are gonna have that struggle, though I do know balance is a struggle for a lot of other blind people, particularly when doing physical activity, simply because balance is a combination of eyes and ears. And obviously, when one of those is affected, it throws the body off. So for me, it was always challenging to find alternatives that didn't trigger my balance issues. And my vision itinerant, actually, when I was in grade 11, was like, you should try yoga. And my vision itinerant and I were like really good friends. I called her by her first name. She actually like left her job to come work for me for a bit. Like we were really tight. She's amazing. And so she was like, let's do a yoga class together. And so one weekend she picked me up and we went and we did yoga. And I loved it. We did just a regular hot yoga flow class. And I loved it, but there was certain poses that I like really needed to accommodate myself on, either holding the wall, or I would do a lot of floor work while people did standing work. And it opened my eyes, no pun intended, to the whole world of yoga, which there's so many different forms and versions of yoga. I ended up getting into 2 types of fitness through my yoga journey that for me personally have been the most accessible forms. One was Pilates on a reformer machine, and the other was suspension yoga. Now, the reason for me, with my balance issues, I found these to be the most accessible form of fitness was because there was some type of contraption, apparatus, machinery, whatever you want to say, that held my balance for me. When I'm on the like reformer Pilates machine, I'm laying down or sitting up or what have you, but I'm holding on to a machine, or a machine is holding me. And it's the same with suspension yoga. With the aerial silks, it's something that is holding me. And so I don't have to keep balance because it keeps the balance for me. Pole fit is another great example of a form of fitness class that has a physical, thing that you hold on to that keeps the balance for you. I'm interested in trying bar classes, another form of yoga. So yeah, I'm really just into any form of a fitness class that has something that's balancing me so I don't have to deal with that. And so I got really obsessed with suspension yoga. I would do it minimum once a week, up to 3 times a week. And it got to the point where I just knew the class so well that the teacher would be like, okay, and the next position, everybody look at Molly. That's the position. That's what we're all going to be trying to do now. Like, I didn't even have to listen for her instructions because I just knew, okay, flow to the next position. This is what we're doing next. But when I moved to Los Angeles, I struggled to find a studio near me that wasn't crazy expensive that I could walk to. And so I ended up not being able to do suspension yoga for a very long time. And I finally found a place near me. I'm really excited to get back to my silks, get back to doing aerial yoga. and this will be my first class in years, so I'm certainly probably not going to be as strong or as well acquainted with the silks as I once was, but I'm so excited to get back to it because it really is my love, my passion, one of the forms of fitness that I love the most and feel most comfortable doing. And I want to share this because if you're also blind, or if you just struggle with balance issues for whatever reason in your life, finding forms of fitness like this might be a good alternative for you the way it has been for me. And I also want to say a massive thank you, can't believe I'm even about to say these words, to Lululemon for sponsoring this video. 11-year-old Molly is shaking, okay? For my 11th birthday, I did a dance party. I was a competitive dancer at the time, and all I wanted for my 11th birthday was a head-to-toe Lululemon outfit. So I got the classic like bootleg legging, yoga pant. I got a neon pink tank top, which probably wasn't too far off this color that I'm wearing.
That, yeah.
And right now I have a scrunchie, but I had a neon hairband. I looked fly at my 11th birthday. And ever since I was 11, I have stanned Lululemon very hard. So when they reached out, I was like, who, me? Really? So very excited. I'm very excited. Okay, I need you guys to help me pick out which outfit I wear to my yoga class today, though. Before I go, I need your help. So I might take to Instagram story because you guys obviously can't help me because this isn't in real time the way Instagram is. But let me show you what I'm wearing now, and let me show you the alternative option, and then I'm gonna figure out which outfit I'm wearing to class. First outfit option, I have got this adorable free to be serene bra on in this bright pink. I'm obsessed with these strappy back details. It comes in multiple different styles. I also really love the high neck long line version of this bra. It is covered for up to a C/D cup, so me being the B girl that I am, I'm locked and loaded in here. It is a light hold, so it's good for, activities like yoga, which is obviously what I'm doing today. It is made of their Luxe Stream fabric. It is sweat wicking and has 4-way stretch. This is my personal favorite Lululemon bra style. And then girl, we need to talk about the leggings. If you watch any of my fashion videos, you know I'm a stickler for quality, and Lululemon leggings absolutely never disappoint. Also, if you know me, you know as a blind girl, I always say my hands are my eyes. My hands are how I see the world around me. And so texture and touch is so important to me because I have super sensitive fingers, and Lululemon uses the science of feel to create all of their fabrics, which I love, and they're really into detail. So this is the Wonder Train pant. Wonder Unders are one of my favorite Lululemon leggings. I wear those a lot, but this is from the Wonder line, but called Wonder Train. They are a brushed fabric feel on the outside and a sleek fabric feel on the inside. I'm wearing them in the high-waisted version, and they have multiple different lengths, which I very much appreciate being the short girl that I am. I really love this kind of purple color. Would you call it, Neve?
It is a purpley lavender. I call it a lavender, and it has a kind of a gray
lavender color.
Gray
and then
lavender.
It has this built-in waistband. It has a built-in pocket in here, which will be hard to show you, but there is a pocket up in there. Hide your things. Hide your keys, hide your card, hide your stuff. Safe and sound in there.
Actually, looking through the camera, it really does look like a lavender. And that's what it is to me, a beautiful lavender.
And I got both of these for size reference in a size 2, but I often do enjoy sizing up in Lululemon. So a lot of the times I will get my leggings in particular in a size 4, but it's all about personal preference. These leggings come in 3 different lengths, and they come from size 0 to 20. It is made of their fastest drying material. It's called their Ever Luxe material. So I would highly recommend these for a workout like hot yoga where you're gonna be sweating a lot, because it is so fast drying, and it's a nice thin breathable material, very cooling. It has 4-way stretch. Love. Ooh, ooh. On to the next look. These are my Aligns. I'm obsessed with Aligns. Align leggings are probably my absolute all-time favorite from Lululemon. It is made of their Nulu fabric. It is unbelievably weightless. You like literally feel naked. It is the best feeling. I love these so much. Also comes in 3 different leg lengths. Also goes 0 to a 20 size range. It is a light compression, very comfortable. I love how high-rise they are. I love that they have another little hidden pocket, though they don't have the drawstring waistband, so that's something to note. What do you think? I'm leaning towards wearing this outfit today.
Oh, it's just so summery and happy. I think that one.
We'll ask Instagram, but I'm definitely leaning towards this. I'd say you could go true to size or even size down in this style because it's just so stretchy. It's such a light material, and they're definitely a great one for just an everyday legging. That's often when I wear my Aligns, and for light workouts like a yoga class. At the time of this recording, the time that I'm ready to leave to class, the floral leggings Aligns are in the lead. So I'm gonna go change, fully get ready to head to my class, and I will see you there. But if you want to shop my look or any of the other amazing Lululemon pieces, then you should head to lululemon.com, link in the description below. All right, you guys. Oh, sheesh, Stella, what a scene. Okay, I decided to go with the floral patterned Align leggings. I've got my hot pink cane, I've got a bottle of water, I've got my keys, my phone, masked up. I am ready to yoga. He's like, what do you mean you're bringing your cane? You used to bring me to suspension yoga. What do you mean? I just made it to the studio and my instructor isn't here yet. I have a private class that I'm gonna be doing. I'm very glad that I have an instructor here because these aren't the silks that I'm used to. There's different phrases you'll hear like aerial yoga, aerial silk yoga, suspension yoga. I would say aerial silks or aerial yoga is like the most common way to refer to it, which is this. It is just basically a hammock-like structure made of like a thin, silky material that gets suspended from chains in a ceiling. Now, I did suspension yoga, which is slightly different. I think a lot of people do use the phrases interchangeably, but often when I would say suspension yoga, people would go, is that like aerial silks? There is differences. So I've never actually done this type of yoga, like actual just aerial silks. I've always done suspension yoga, so it's slightly different. You can do a lot of the same things, but actually, to be honest, you can do a lot more with suspension yoga than you can with aerial silks. So the biggest difference between the suspension yoga and aerial silks is, as I said, aerial silk is simply the hammock, whereas suspension yoga is this hammock, and oftentimes, depending on the manufacturer, one side of the silk will have a little foam for padding, and this one doesn't have any. And then the biggest difference is it has handles. So there's 6 handles, 3 on either side of the hammock in the middle. Your short handles, your medium handles, and your long handles. So that allows you to do just a lot more motions with your legs, with your arms. You can do poses that don't even require this silk in the middle of the hammock portion. So I'm like slightly disappointed that it's like just an aerial silk and it doesn't have the full handles. But I'm also, I'm still like very excited just to be back with my hammock, and there is a lot of similar poses that I still can do. I can still do a lot of my inversions and stuff like that. So I'm sure my body will be feeling it today, but I'm really excited. I think my instructor's about to come, so I'm gonna mask up. Why, hello there. It's me, the caterpillar, emerging into a butterfly, a yogic butterfly. I'm very excited. I have my instructor Rachel here with me. We've already, I'm not gonna lie, we jumped ahead. We did already do like a few nice breaths. So relaxing already. I'm already kind of like feeling like little jelly, like a little jellyfish, all relaxed in here. Also, it does in fact match my sports bra, which I think is a real moment. Love it. Love it. So thank you, Rachel. Carry on.
My pleasure.
Carry on. I'm going back to my happy place. This pose is the moment we see how inflexible I am, thanks to fabulous genetics. My hip flexors are just hips. There's no flexor part in them. Unfortunately.
You just need to work in that Mollyberg.
Practice, practice, practice.
Okay, we're gonna get back on the hammock, as they say. You know the common phrase. Okay, I'm gonna jump in, you guys. Okay, I can do it. Yay! I did it!
You did it! You look way too happy.
I had this fun little idea that for my fellow blind folk, I would like describe the poses I was doing, and then I realized that I don't know the poses I was doing and I can't see myself to describe it. So we're gonna do the best we can. Basically, whenever you hear music like this playing throughout this video in hyper speed, so super quickly, I'm doing a bunch of different suspended poses in the Ariel silks. So there's lots of different things like doing suspended pigeon pose or suspended warrior pose.
Big breaths in and out. Yeah, get used to being back upright, back on land.
My first inversion back!
Yay!
How's it feeling?
Feels good. You feel it in the hips. I will say to anybody who's never done aerial silks or suspension yoga before, you will feel it for the first few classes when you do hanging like that.
Yes.
You will get bruises right across your hips. This does hurt. It is uncomfortable, but it feels so good. And your body, like when you do it enough, your body does get used to it. Like after a couple weeks of doing it, I didn't get any bruises anymore or any pain through there. Your body just kind of adapts and gets used to the feeling. But I will say, being back, it does give a little bit of pain.
Yes.
But no pain, no gain,
Exactly.
that's what they say.
I think of it as an RMT massage.
Exactly.
Digging
Deep tissue into those.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Hydration, water, key. Before I hang upside down again, I need a little bit of liquid courage in water form. Let's get back to it.
A handstand,
handstand,
supported
yeah.
by the hammock.
It's a hammock stand.
It's a hammock stand, exactly.
So one of the reasons I love suspension yoga is because I feel like it's the only workout where you have 360-degree range of motion, right? Like usually when you're working out, the floor stops you from moving your body into certain positions. Whereas when you're suspended and hanging from the ceiling like this, you can obviously do so many things that you just can't do in any other way. I love doing core when I'm hanging upside down. So you can do so many different good core exercises. That you just can't get the same type of motion. So this is my plug. Find you a suspension yoga space.
Look at you, monkey.
It's okay, I'm not in any pain whatsoever at all.
You're not in pain?
My mom, I go into this pose and my mom's just sending a text in the corner. Mom, come quick.
And is that enough on the thighs?
It's enough on the guys. When you are suspended, you're often suspended from your hips and you have your legs in the air and your hands on the ground, and sometimes you don't have anything on the ground and you're just floating in space.
Your left hand through the hammock and point it forward. So release for a second. Nice. And keep your core really strong. How does it feel if you start to bring your weight into the hammock? The hammock will catch you. Yes. And now bring your arms directly out from your shoulders. Yes. There we go. Engage your core. Nice. Lift your chest a little bit. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Yes. There we go. Nice.
Warrior?
Yes.
Haha, I'm a warrior. That's for sure. Go to sleep.
Almost.
To sleep. Oh, yes. Whew, class is over. My instructor, Rachel, who was so awesome, shout out, thank you, Rachel, just left, and I'm just she gave me some time in the room to just do some cool down stuff on my own, do some little floor mat work. That was so fun. I definitely do prefer having the handles just because, like I said at the beginning, there is just a lot more you can do with it. I'm just happy to have access to any kind of silks again. Yeah, it just reignited my passion for sure. It's so funny, like my dizziness, my vertigo, my balance issues, it's so interesting like what will trigger it and what won't. Because obviously like the hammock swings around a lot. I'm flipping upside down and like doing all these crazy things, yet I don't have any vertigo, dizziness, or balance issues with this. But then like the simplest thing, like being on a swing, will like trigger me to feel like I'm swinging for the next 20 minutes. Like it's so strange. So couldn't tell you, but I just wanted to mention that because if you are somebody who deals with motion sickness or dizziness, I just want to say like just because I don't experience this doesn't trigger my dizziness and balance issues or vertigo doesn't mean it might not trigger yours. So if you do get inspired by this video to give it a try, just keep that in mind. Be kind to your body, especially if you are new to inverting, flipping upside down. Be careful, be gentle. You know, of course, do this with an instructor to be safe. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you again so much to Lululemon for sponsoring this video. If you want to shop my look or any of their other amazing sports bras, leggings, clothes, then head to lululemon.com and get you a cute look linked down below. If you want to watch me doing another physical activity that I love, you can click this video to watch me downhill ski as a blind girl, or you can click over here to watch me mermaid swim as a blind girl. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.